Good evening, guys. It's 2 minutes past 10. Yeah, slightly late, but who cares? It's Friday night. It's the takeaway. We got Pat, we got OMONDI, we got Andy, and we've got Brush, who's late, but he's going to be here. Guys, it's the Friday night takeaway. Let's get the show on the road. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Half full panel. As I said, there might be two. There's probably only going to be one extra coming. But look, when we hear the beat, we'll let him in. I'm with no disrespect to you, Pat, but I need Andy beside me tonight. Don't know why you're not moving.
It's like catchphrase at the moment.
Don't know why I'm moving. Oh, bollocks to it. Anyway, look.
Okay,
what's going on? Yeah, no. Look. Anyway, look.
Andrew Tate's going on about. We are in a computer simulation. I'm getting flipped from side to side. Fucking Rubik's cube.
Listen. This is the Friday. Andy, look. Obviously, I've spoken to OMONDI, and I've heard the reactions from Pat. Just a little brief run through on your opinion of the game last night. I know we never say we don't go back, but you know what? Today we're going to make a special occasion. Andy, talk to me about the performance yesterday, man.
I thought the first half was very flat. Having a chance in the first few minutes with Bruno, that was it. I mean, it was going on and off my stream. So I have to make do with what I see. You know what I mean? I got it on the radio as well. So I had the full match on the radio. But the first half, and we were pretty below par. And it was never a penalty, was it? It was never a penalty. I mean, I give that a 7-8 out of Strictly. I tell you, it's like, you know what I mean? Put the cards up, diving. It is what it is with European refs. It's the standard, isn't it? It's absolutely. It was Bruno got drawn in. He made the foul. It was a pen. And David De Gea was very unlucky. Because he saved it and it went in. And as I was watching that, another goal went in another Europa League game, and it was the same sort of penalty. I think it was Hector Berlin. Berlin beat Ajax, and it was the same sort of penalty. Keeper got it, but the power, he pushed it onto the post, but it still went in. So it's the same sort of pen. And that was weird to see two penalties like that in the space of 2 minutes. So that was weird. But Barca were full credited for their lead because they were sort of the better side. And I thought the second half, we just come out of the blocks, man. Like F1 card, you know, like a greyhound. Straight out of the blocks, man. And Bruno's pass to Fred, and like, wow. It looked like Fred just scoffed at it, didn't he? He hit it, he's like...
He did.
There's a gap.
It came off the top of... It came off the top of his shin, let's be honest.
It came off the top of his shin, and it sort of went into the far corner. There's like, wow, that was mad. That. And Old Trafford was rocking, absolute rocking. And Fred was Ballon d'Or, Fred. Sorry, Mr. B. He was Ballon d'Or, Fred. And you can't take it away from him. I mean, look, he's like that car, innit? That car. If you turn the sparks right and the spark plugs, you get a perfect engine. Then he'll play. Then the next game, he plays like Del Boy's freewheel van. Absolutely shocking, blowing smoke out, fucking falling apart. You know, Fred is like that. He's like a Rolls Royce, then he's like a Del Boy car. But the second half, we were all over him, and it was really good to see Anthony, the energy of Garnacho. And when we equalised, we were in the ascendancy. Barcelona had another chance. David De Gea, fantastic save. Frankie de Jong, I think he played okay last night, but Fred sort of matched him pound for pound. And Rashford had chances here, chances there. And the winner, wow, fucking hell. Anthony's like, I'll have some of that on Sunday if he's doing that. To screw the haters, certain Gabby Bonler halls, you know what I mean? I hope he's not at Wembley Sunday. You know what I mean? I saw the picture on Tuesday. It's pancake day, and here's a picture of a tosser, and there's Gabrielle Bonler. There's a few going around. You could have done one with me. Here's a picture of a tosser. You know what I mean? Yeah, the goal was fantastic, and Old Trafford was rocking last night. Absolute rocking, and it's like a shot of adrenaline. Innit? It's like sipping that Lucozade to get you through. Like, whoa, yeah. Your eyes light up. Whoa, yeah, and that's what we need going into Sunday. And I'm quietly confident. I'm quietly confident for Sunday. And the draw is favourable for us today as well. Real Batiste. And tell you what, it was a free hit for me last night, but oh yeah, I fancy this now. I fancy this cup as well. But I want another crack at Arsenal. I really do want another crack at Arsenal in this. I really do. If we take them down along some way, it's like Tide last night. I seen a clip. Tide, they won't get past Barcelona. Well, Tide from AFTV, we did. And I can't wait to get you in the final or the semi, telling you. So we'll wait and see what happens with the league as well. Because if we get through, I don't fear anybody in that last 16 now. Don't fear anybody. And then we crack on Sunday, Wembley, like 90,000 people. Old Trafford, West Ham, Liverpool, Southampton, and Batiste. They're coming thick and fast. And this is what being a Red's all about, man. We beat the best team in Spain. Allegedly, the second best team in Spain. Or at the top of the league. And the second best team just smacked the Scousers 5-2. So we're doing okay. We're doing okay. And I'm quietly confident for Sunday, Mr. B.
So I like that. Monday, could you go through some of these comments, please? And welcome. God, my head's gone like a space cadet. Brush, how you doing, man?
Yeah, it's nice to be here. Apologies for lateness, guys.
All right, here we go.
Right. I know.
If Ten Hag was in charge, you would be getting banned for a game, or at least
yeah, half time for Bush. Half time he's coming on.
Okay, Eddie Football Waffles in the house saying big up to everyone as usual, and go and check out his channel as well, Eddie Football Waffle. Hi to the Man United agenda, says Vincent Bullock. We've got James Allen in the house. I just want to say cheers, James. You know I've got my mug in the house, a Harry Maguire mug. Thank you so much. I'm lifting this cup tonight, and hopefully on Sunday we'll be lifting the cup too. If you want a mug, make sure you get in touch with the Man United agenda. Andy, did you get your mug today? He's asking you.
I've not received anything yet. I've not received anything, mate. So I look forward to my mug. I've actually seen Mr. Solo send me a picture of it. So yeah, I know what's coming.
Okay, we've got Andy. What a finish, says Cormac Maguire. It was definitely a great finish. Rebel saying, hey, Glenn, posted up on Twitter. Yeah, our reaction to getting the mug. Glenn is the man who deals with the mug. Said, all right, I'll find it. Good for you. We'll Celebrity Squares. There's a lot of movement, little shuffle going on in the pack of faces here. Kay Slater, how you doing? We're getting a trophy this weekend, I heard. Yes, we are. And Rebel saying, can I get a Newcastle not winning nada Sunday for 500? Oh, yes, you can. HG Gamer said, Andy Sub was genius by Ten Hag. Fredinho says, Rushmano. How you doing, Rushmano? K-Say again, is it true Andy has promised to tattoo the Carabao Cup on his bum if we score more than 3 goals?
Filled with broccoli.
That's not true. Clearly not true.
No, it's not true. No.
Rebel saying, nah, Andy, Robin Reliant is Harry Maguire. It's the pace that beat him, in my opinion. Beckhorst's got no chance when he's 25 yards away from the goal. Talking about Barcelona game. Old Trafford was absolutely buzzing last night. I actually come out of the toilet and bumped into Rio Ferdinand. That's Vincent Bullock.
It's a bit dodgy, that, isn't
it? He said you paused on.
I would retract that. Fucking do it properly.
You paused on came there. There was a little pause on came there. I was a bit worried. I saw Rio and came, and then you stopped. I thought, what?
Oh, this is all going downhill fast.
Andy was talking about Arsenal meeting them because they've been run out of their mouth. And HG Game is saying he doesn't think they get past Talksport in Lisbon. I swear half that AFT TV crew are closet United fans. Andy, that's from Rebel. Vincent said they also bumped in Charlie O'Neill, who was a great day. In the second half, we dominated. It was like Fergie was back in charge. And it was a good old days. And we have missed for a long time. We certainly have. Rushmano saying, Ten Hag ball, no doubt. Big up to Robbie Norman. Give him a wave all the way from Ireland. He said, come on, let's roll on to Sunday. And DN Vlogs. My guys, how you doing all? And finally, back to James, the man with the mugs, Harry Maguire right here. Newcastle, I've asked FA if flares are allowed at Wembley on Sunday. Apparently, everyone was wearing them last time they were there. Wicked. That's how we start the show.
Oh, that's the good one, that.
I didn't see that
good one.
Yes, I love it. Wow.
I tell you, final coming up, lads, and you know, we talk about Star Boys and how great Ten Hag's got players playing, but somebody who rumored to not be there, it's only a little rumor. It's only a little rumor, but Rashford being out, it could cause a lot of chaos for us. Obviously, we do want him to be fit. Thoughts on Rashford being out, Andy? And do you think it's going to, if I say it's an obvious question, it's going to affect the team, but Ten Hag's been finding a way. Marcus Rashford being out, talk to me.
I don't think he's out. I just think everyone gets bruised, don't they? It's like any line of work, like you say, you're pulling cages, you're lifting stuff, you bang your arm, you bang your leg. It's just a little knock. I mean, if he went straight to the dressing room, we'd all be worried, wouldn't we? But the fact of the matter, he came off, just took his time, just saw the game out. He was assessed. He'll be fine. He'll be fine. Everyone's allowed to have a knock. Even I got a bruised ankle now and again, and I still carried on working. You know what I mean? He's paid. It's nothing. It's a little knock. If it was something serious, the media will be all over it. Oh, my God. They'll be like, fucking hell. So it'd be all over the radio, all over. It'd be all in the sun. Pray for Marcus Rashford's foot. You know what I mean? There'd be a picture of Marcus's ankle, and everybody would be like, at 3 o'clock on Friday afternoon, touch the foot and do your mind bender, you're a Geller finger, like, and pray for his ankle. That's what it'd be like.
Andy, like the spoon.
Like the spoon, bend it, bend his ankle back in like that. But, Marcus, do you mind your dad threatening? Bend it, Marcus, bend it.
Like Tate said, I've got no worries. I'm confident that he will be fit for Sunday. But even if he isn't, listen, we need to operate without him as well. And I have confidence in our manager. It's all about the system this season. And so, and I'm sure with you guys as well, Marcus's form has been a pleasant surprise, especially at the end of last season. I wasn't sure where we were going to go with him. So he's already blown like all of my expectations out of the water this year. So pretty much anything he does from now on is pretty much a bonus. So
we were paying for his blood last year, but everybody was, weren't we?
I'll tell you what, Tate. I'll tell you what. For me, it was the game after Atletico Madrid. I was just looking around thinking, wow, what are we going to do with him? Because he couldn't string 2 passes together. He got a bit of abuse as well on the way to the coach afterwards. And it was just getting really toxic, to be honest. In the summer, it was nice. We saw the pictures of him in the training ground, getting his head down. And so refreshing to have Eric there. And then one of the lovely pictures that come out this week as well is him having dinner with the gaffer, with Fergie himself. That was beautiful to see. To be a fly on that wall, I would love to have heard what they were talking about.
So I just want to say something about your about that the night there. I have somebody who was on the agenda who actually thought that you were in the restaurant with them and that you had taken the picture. It's only in the morning, but I told them that the picture is actually not from your phone, but it's national.
No. Listen, I respect people's privacy, man. Even if I was there, I probably wouldn't have taken a snap. This is like a new generation thing. This is what people do these days, isn't it? I think it's proper odd.
I'm a big old man, right? But I'm telling you something straight. I would have been on their fucking table, bruv, doing the selfie right beside them and getting booted out the restaurant. You can't pass up that opportunity. Both of them. I think I would have just enjoyed the moment, you know. I probably would have glanced over, but I don't think I would have taken a snap. But that's just me. I'm a bit old.
Fergie's broccoli and got a rat.
Pat, I'm wondering what you would have done in the restaurant.
I'm not gonna lie. I would have tried to eavesdrop on the conversation, see if they started talking about history and that.
See, there you go. Come on, Pat. Let me hear what you would have done.
Try not to lose your mind for starters is the first thing, really. You know. You've got the legend in Sir Alex himself, and then you've got Erik ten Hag sitting there. And I would try to eavesdrop on the conversation, but it'd be one of them awkward ones where my head be nearly sticking over the side of the table, trying to listen to every single word they're saying. Because as Bruce just alluded to, could you imagine the conversation alone? And even if Alex Ferguson was just to go back and tell him a few stories, because we've seen that old video of Erik ten Hag as a kid with Johan Cruyff. I'm sure Erik ten Hag has a few of them stories to tell Sir Alex Ferguson himself that Sir Alex himself would have been interested to hear. But if I had been there, look, I would have been fanboying all over that Mr. B, just like yourself. You know what I mean? Going over and buying them bottles of red wine, whatever he wanted.
Rashford being out, what do you reckon? I think Demas is happy that he's hoping that Rashford's not going to be out. What are you saying, Pat?
I'm not concerned. If Rashford had been injured, if it had been anything serious, it would have been the big Christian Eriksen boot on the leg episode all over again. And Andy's best mate, the pancake man, Gabby the Tosser. I went to say his full name, but then I said Tosser sounds better. Gabby the Tosser would have been on TalkSport the next day, straight away, going Rashford out, Man United are down the pan, season over. What do you think?
Monday, come on, what you reckon?
Well. First of all, I agree with Andy. If Andy says Rashford's fit, I'm down with that because he's got inside knowledge. I know he has living up in Manchester, and he's a made man for sure. So I'm happy Rashford is probably going to play that game. Talk about the dinner. I would have dressed up in a waiter, knocked out one of these waiters, changed clothes, gone out there and served wine and sort of just been sniffing around. How's your meal, sir? How's your meal? Oh, by the way, I'm a lover of your wine taste. I'm a wine connoisseur. Do you know about this French brand called blah blah blah, whatever, Le Pew or whatever? I don't know. I would try my best.
Pepe Le Pew, was it?
Pepe Le Pew or whatever, stinking wine. It doesn't matter. I heard it's a BT being filmed for BT, that thing. So I can't wait to see that because I think it'd be glorious. You see, his cheeks would be rosy and red, like Alex Ferguson when he's talking to this man, knowing this guy's on the ball and just buzzing for the club to see that we've finally got a manager who knows his thing. And I think there's a lot of talk about Fergie leaving him alone. Leave him alone. Don't get too involved. And I think Fergie respects him that much that he will leave him alone and let him run things as a manager's supposed to.
But on that though, OMONDI, I think Erik ten Hag is a strong enough character that that's not really an issue. So in the past, if he sat down with managers, it will be that thing of, Fergie's getting involved. Why is he getting involved? But now I literally just think there's this level of respect there. And they were just, having a good old conversation.
Yeah. And can I say one thing just to the back of what Brush is saying? The man got rid of Ralph Rangnick straight away as a complete green man walking straight into Old Trafford. So he's not afraid to make any call whatsoever. Erik ten Hag isn't.
I'll take that. I agree with that. He also, yeah, go on.
No, the presence, the awe of the man. Like when someone walks in a room and you feel that awe. A bit like when Andy walks into the studio. Yeah, he's got that awe. Look at him, he's giving you the eyebrow right now. But some people have that aura about them that this guy means business. And he's never poker faced. Even when we score a goal, he's holding it back. He's not showing too much emotion. He's like, yeah, I planned that. He's the ultimate guy. I just think it's really great. And by the way, this week from Leicester to Barcelona and the end of the week, it's been a great 7-8 days, man. I love this at the moment. I love doing shows at the moment. This is brilliant stuff.
I mean, look, it's a game in, it's a game out. We haven't even got time to turn around. But I'll be honest, I prefer it like this. I think the players, to a certain extent, who wants to train for 5 days to play? They get training for 1.5 days, maybe 1 day if they're lucky with the gap, and then they've got another game to look forward to. Even if you aren't picked, you know, at some stage you're gonna get yourself. Sorry, at some stage you're gonna get yourself on the pitch, and I'm loving that. I mean, the most important thing for me is the way that the squad's been built. He's slowly integrating certain people into certain positions, and the second half of every game, we seem to be improving. I say it, Amanda, I say it to you, I say it on the chat, that as long as we're in the first half, as bad as we're playing, come the second half, he's going to cause a chaos. Now, obviously, Rashford came off. We've just gone through. Sancho came on instead of him. Any chance Sancho starts? Is there any more news out there that you think that we should be monitoring? Man United side, we might discuss Newcastle right at the end, to be fair, but anything that we're worried about, nobody not playing. And obviously we'll have Solo's 11 coming up, so we can compare what we think's going to start. Andy, what do you reckon?
I don't think we've got any problems really. I mean, like, if Rashford's still 90%, 95%, he's still good to go. Unless there's, like you say, a training injury or something in the warm-up. Remember Martial did that, was it start this season as well? So that's the only way I could see something happening, unless like somebody trips over the coffee table trying to switch channels. You know, this week, tonight or tomorrow. So, or somebody gets the foot trapped in the lift at the hotel. I don't see no fucking problems.
Was that the Newcastle game where Martial got that hip injury during the warm-up?
Well, Newcastle at home?
Yeah, I think it was where he got the hip injury, wasn't it? I'm not too sure on that now.
I'd say I don't see any problems. The squad is at full capacity. But maybe, like you say, maybe a lack of tiredness. Nothing really to worry about. I mean, if players are moaning, I seen, was it a picture of Maguire? He had a face like he'd been slapped with a fucking salmon last night. Seen that this morning on Twitter, and my mate's like, my mate phoned me up at Harry Maguire. What a moaner, because he did an interview or something and said so. I'm not seeing the interview, but you can't be. You cannot be angry. Oh, you're entitled to be upset that you're not playing in the team. For God's sake, though. There's games every 2 minutes. It's like
he ain't playing.
that game. You can't be miserable for fucking 5 minutes. You know what I mean? You have a right to be miserable. But Harry Maguire, after the shite you popped out last season, be very fucking grateful you're part of the fucking squad. Full stop. That's it. Arrogance is unreal. I understand that. Everyone wants to play. I really do. I get that. But don't be sticking your conk in. Don't be saying anything. It's going to rock the boat. Between now and the end of the season. Don't be saying anything. Just get on with it. Play your part and be thankful you're in part of a team. And you'll get a game against West Ham next week. I'm sure you will. Well, just keep your mouth shut and just concentrate on your game. He's very professional. He's doing it, but you're entitled to be angry. You're entitled to be upset, but games are coming thick and fast. Blink, you fucking miss it. So just get on with it.
Look at Monday. See, right on cue. I see you kissing Maguire's head. Look, and shaking it as well. Obviously, we know Maguire's going to be no part of the game on Sunday, other than being a full kit wanker when he picks up the trophy at the end. That's going to be a very awkward situation.
Or is he going to pick it up? Is it the match day captain?
I reckon Martin has a bite his ear off if he tried to take it out of someone's hand.
Maybe they can do it together. Remember Brian Robson when he won the title first time out? He was.
Yeah, I can understand that, but if it's what you call it, if Bruno's captain, I want to lift this. You know what I mean?
Say, Andy, you just destroyed Harry Maguire. And you're not even ribbing. You're telling the truth. Look, I saw the face. I saw the long face, and like they said, Ruud van Nistelrooy, why the long face? But he had a long face, and I like to see that because he's gutted. He wants to be out there. He wants to be playing Barcelona at home. Wow, this is what he really would have expected when he came to Manchester United. But yeah, I do feel a bit sorry for him. But this is the guy I always said at some point in the season we might need him, and we might have to rely on him and get behind him. You know, that was what happened last season. What he said, yeah, it did come across quite bad. Someone needs to sort of ghostwrite for him because his lyrics ain't all that at all. But yeah,
he's learned a bit. I think he's learned a bit. Just keep your trap shut.
Yeah. But then just have a big bottom lip like he did yesterday or the day before.
Bulldog chewing a wasp.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I don't know. I just want to say I saw an interview of Rio Ferdinand and Bruno Fernandes. I'm super impressed with the way he conducted himself and what he was saying. Really humble, if you're a Man United fan, you're going to love Bruno Fernandes if you watch that interview. After that, I've been watching him play recently, really impressed the way he's been playing. And I think, he is captain material, but based on the interviews, that sealed the deal for me. Lovely player.
Especially the second half yesterday, OMONDI. He showed captaincy qualities yesterday in that second half. The way he was rallying the troops, rallying the fans, that ball into Frankie as well, that was amazing.
Oh, God, yeah. and that he knows that the fans will get behind him because of that. That was, disgusting. It's mean. It's nasty. But we love that, big time.
Yeah,
Brilliant.
That's what you want when big teams come to Old Trafford. You want to make sure that it's an uncomfortable experience for them.
Yeah.
See, I like uncomfortability. The biggest issue we've got now, to be fair. I mean, look, we know that Big Boss Man's been away. But without a doubt, he always gives us the juicy bits, or his juicy. Well, not his juicy bits. He always leaves us with something to chat. Can we remove that banner? I don't even know who's at the bottom. If I do that, then my ugly mug can go there. Right, that'll do. Right, guys. Obviously, Solo has improved with his team selections of late. Dissect this. What are we feeling? This is a free for all, so just have a conversation. Let us know what you think, guys, in the chat. What would you change from Solo's 11? You guys on the panel, just dissect it and dig it out. What are you feeling about this team? I just need to disappear. Oh, you're concerned.
Has he just factored in that Rashford's missing? Has he?
Yes, he has.
That?
He's has. Okay. Listen, as we know how he does. He's pre-thinking things, and he's convinced that Rashford's not going to be starting.
See, so, I'll tell you what. If it was Martial, I could totally understand. But Rashi's picked up knocks this season, and he's a soldier. He's still managed to turn up. So
yeah, he got a knock at the derby, and the ground held its breath, and he was right as rain for the second half. So, but who'd you leave out? I mean, like. Fred Casemiro midfield, or is it a bit certain?
But then how do you leave out Fred, Andy, after a performance like yesterday?
And a lot of people said he played a 10. I didn't personally. I thought he was shocking in the first half, but I was reading
but that's the thing.
Reports.
You have to accept that with him, though, Mr. V.
Do we, though?
Fred has this innate ability to be both amazing and pants all in the same game.
Yeah, this is what scares me for Sunday.
Shout out to Soph from Ladies in Red. She coined the term Fredate for him to describe it. And it's kind of perfect. I've never seen a player go from Jemba to Roy Keane all in the space of 90 minutes.
Am I going to be falling the Priory? Fred starts and plays absolute pants. I'll be in rehab by half time. Jesus.
I'll tell you what, though, guys, that has been one of my concerns this past week. The fact that we've only turned up really in the second half. We can't keep doing that against teams. Eventually, we will get punished.
You got to do it full 90 minutes.
Yeah, you got to come out the blocks firing.
Like, you don't want that Leeds start under that Fred was shocking. Then at Ellen Road, he was absolute. He got man of the match. Yeah, you cannot play like that, man. You cannot play like that.
I think for me, if you're looking at the team, Rashford starts instead of Weghorst. The reason I said Weghorst's got to be dropped for this game because I think look at Newcastle. They've got the best defense in the league. They've got big guys like Byrne and Who's the other guy who plays for them? Bartman or
Sven Botman.
Botman. What a player!
Yeah.
What a player he is, man. Left-footed centre back, beautiful and big as well, and he can hold, win battles, and he's good on the ball as well. I think we play Rashford up top with the three behind him like that. Take out Fred, put in Sabitzer. I want to see Sabitzer play, and put in Dalot as well, because I think Newcastle are not a joke team. They're very good defensively, so you're going to need some movement, more rotations. And I think Weghorst needs a rest. Take him off. I've been endorsing him lately, but I think Rashford has to come in for Weghorst. Keep Sancho. Sancho's been playing really well, and Anthony, after he showed such character the other day in a big game against Barcelona, really got like kudos points for me for that. And so it's Casemiro, Sabitzer, Dalot playing because he's more talented, I think. And I think you should put Rashford up front. That's my team. But
Who did you say on the left on Monday?
Sorry?
Who did you put out on the left?
Oh, Sancho, for sure.
See, my only thing about Sancho on the left is Kieran Trippier is out on the right-hand side, obviously for Newcastle. And he is a pain in the backside. So would we probably not be better off for someone like Rashford? Maybe.
No, I think Sancho they double up on Sancho all the time. Sancho gets the ball, he's an advanced wide playmaker. People double up on him, and he will cause nightmares to Trippier. It's not about pace. Trippier reads the game. He's a great leader, great communicator as well, and he leads the line really well. He leads the line for them, trust me, at right back. So it would be definitely Sancho, because I think they have to double up on him, and we cause a threat, and Sancho can just play 1-2s around him rather than trying to burst with pace. Do you understand what I'm saying? I think we need to play football with a wide Wembley pitch, play little triangles around their players, and we can get in quite easily and push Rashford last man, so he can push the defence get them playing back on the back foot.
Garnacho not starting then, guys. We seem to be in agreement that Garnacho doesn't start, and his name hasn't even been mentioned yet. What's the situation with Starboy? What, we're not feeling him?
I think because of his youth, he's the ideal candidate for coming off the bench, and a cameo role in the second half is much better.
Sancho's played at this level before in this sort of final. This is like, for Sancho, this is like, I've played Champions League games, I've played Bundesliga big matches. Sancho's actually won a German Cup with Borussia Dortmund as well. So I'm feeling Sancho more for this, and I agree. This is
at this moment in time, I think impact sub is the perfect role for him.
Yeah. Because if you start with Garnacho, we could the occasion could get to him. You know what I mean?
And the funny thing is, guys, in the last two games, whoever out of the two have started, they've not done great, and the one who's come on as a sub has made the impact.
But look at the criticism Garnacho got after the Leeds game. One game, there was haters on the young lads back after one game.
It's the social media age, isn't
I know,
it?
Yeah,
he's 18 years old.
About, I know what he's called. I won't even mention his name.
Yeah, one game.
The guy's a fucking fruit.
Yeah.
He's an idiot.
One game for a young lad with so much potential. You could get into his head. So I think Garnacho for me is a second half impact sub, and that's what Erik ten Hag is going to build him up from to the superstar the young lad's going to become.
Okay, so that's we seem to be in agreement, guys. On Monday, could you go through some of these starred up ones for me, please? Cheers. I'm going to disappear. I just need to
Dan Burn versus Rashi. That's from DM Vlogs. That would be a battle, but Dan Burn plays left back, so it would be up against Anthony, quite possibly. Shush your bomber clot there. Botman is Canute 2.0. He's a giant, isn't he? That's from a Liverpool fan, Yashin. We've got De Gea needs to have Superman performance, says HD Gamer. DM Vlogs again is saying Garnacho is like Ollie for us. He can come on and be the impact sub, as you guys were saying just now. Here we go. HD Gamer again said, I'll go with Garnacho on the left, Sancho and Anthony. That's an interesting one. Where's Bruno? Garnacho is so young, says Emma K, with no experience. He shouldn't start games like these. He's way better off the bench. I think he's come off the bench as well when the game's stretched. That's when he looks effective. Phil Jones, surprise choice for Sunday, says Stumpy. And Rush Mano saying, I thought Sancho wasn't great in yesterday's game. Too easy to knock off the ball. I'm surprised, but I'm interested in that.
We'll have to come back to that on Monday because I have an opinion.
Yeah. Go on. Say it now. Speak.
It's not that, like, there was even in the comments last night, there's one or two individuals saying that flatline and Sancho saying he's absolutely dirt straight away. Sometimes players just aren't effective in some games, and it's not that they're bad players. Like, he was doing what he was asked to do from the manager last night, but he didn't have a superstar performance like one or two other players. But he's not a bad player, and he's not in bad form. He just wasn't as effective in last night's
You can't play the same game every game.
Yeah,
you can't do that.
It's too much. Like, this isn't the game of FIFA where you just turn on the power button to the box and you play the same way every game.
I think that's the reason some people get annoyed with Impact, because they need to understand he's not going to just take the man on and dribble past people. That's not his game. I think it was highlighted his best qualities in the goal he scored against Leicester City. Those 1-2 touch, quick pass and move, get into the right positions. He's very technical.
Yeah, because his goal last week was reminiscent of his goal at Leicester away at the start of the season as well. That one touch football. Yeah.
Oh,
so valid point there, mate. Valid point.
So my biggest thing at the moment is, lads, going back last year and the year before, we used to have the old crying of the team's getting worked too hard and they're tired. I really think now, at the current moment in time, there's not one player who will open say a single word about being tired to the manager, because there's somebody who will come in and replace them straight away. Midfield, Sabitzer, look at him, hasn't done anything wrong, can't get into the lineup. Malacia can't wait to get into that team. The second he gets a chance. Dalot, same again, and the same up top as well with younger Nacho and everybody else. I think we're very fortunate at the moment. Very good manager, and with his ethos and just the attitude all around by the team at the moment, I'm getting giddier by it.
And that's exactly what you want. You want all of the players to be hungry, to seize the opportunity when they do come in. And I'll tell you what, guys, with the amount of games we've had as well, it's probably us that feels that there needs to be rotation more than the manager. The manager, I've been really shocked with him. He's just, he likes his settled teams. So I wouldn't be surprised if Anthony doesn't start on Sunday. I wouldn't be surprised if it's Rashford up top, Bruno on the right, Weggy in the 10, and then he brings Anthony on off the bench. It wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, that's the beauty of it at the moment. We actually can't call the team. I think that's the most
for the right reasons, Mr. B. Whereas before it was for a polar opposite.
Yeah, because we were playing like a bunch of tospots. It's beautiful to see, man. Players are switching.
And he's been talking to the press as well about confusing the opposition and that. And then you look at the front four and, you don't know where they're going to line up. And there is that interchangeability between them as well. So, yeah, it's exciting.
This is reminiscent of like 98, 99 as well. Games were coming thick and fast. Players were up playing here, coming out, playing in, coming out. I mean, there was so many... Nobody was telling anything, this, that, and the other. We were just getting on with it. It's reminiscent of that, and I love it. I love it.
And at that time, when we had 4 strikers as well, and Fergie managed to manage all of them and give them enough playing time. It was brilliant.
All played, yeah. And big
all of them played their role.
Big attitudes in the likes of Teddy Sheringham, York and Cole as well. I'm sure Ollie would have been a humble man, but he would have been itching to get onto that park for every single game, Sheringham was a veteran at the time, nearly.
Oh, Sheringham, yeah, you're right. He was, say he was past it, but
I think he was about 31 by the time he signed.
31 would have been old back then.
Yeah.
You know what?
Honestly, because we've made such big strides in, the nutrition and all the other side of the things. 31 would have been quite old back then.
UK Strangers got one in here. Sometimes you just need sometimes you just need clearance and you need to clear your mind. Things happen for a reason. I'm not going to say we wouldn't have had the form when he was there, but things happen. Things move on, players move on, and it's life. And you can't say it hasn't been for the better, to be fair.
Will he be watching this Sunday? That's the question. Will he have regrets?
He'll be watching. He will be watching. Guaranteed, he's going to be watching. What do you reckon? You reckon he's going to hope that we lose?
No. Go back a couple of months ago. Yeah,
gunning for Newcastle, and you know what that twat's like. He'll send a tweet as soon as. Oh, you should have had Ronaldo. He would have won you the Carabao Cup. You know what I mean? Sod pace, Morgan. Things happen for a reason. he's not a goal anymore, and we move on.
Yeah, look, it's what happens. I like a bit of curry goat. So yeah, look, it's life. It's the way that it's the way things happen. Can we go through a couple more of these messages, for guys in the chat? Score predictions. Let's not have no 7-0. Bill Baggio, if you are here, and let's have ones that we feel that could actually happen in game. So yeah, guys, while Omonde goes through these messages, get your score predictions in as well, please.
So Vincent saying, what do you guys think about Garnacho's blonde hair? And that has been a big discussion as well. UK Strange saying, Garnacho was amazing yesterday as a sub. We've got, guys, we have a secret weapon. That's Palestri, says HG Gamer. Yes, I do agree with that. Emma's saying here, regarding to Rushmano, he says, he didn't really get on the ball at all. Like the others, didn't get him involved till the second half. Emma again saying Fred's goal last night. Sancho got the ball off the Barcelona player and gave it to Bruno, basically to set it up. Yeah, he did. That's exactly how it went down. Rushmano saying Ten Hag on the Europa League draw. This is a quote saying, "It doesn't matter for me. I focus on Newcastle United. If you are well prepared, we can do it." I love it. It's just decisive, clear.
You reckon he writes Instagram posts in his spare time, do you? Motivational ones.
Look at this, 5-0 that we pay back for that 5-0 they gave us in James Park. 5-0 for the first time in the final since 99, maybe. 2-0, Rushmano saying here. We got 2-1 for Paul Tierney. Going extra time, 1-0 in extra and 2-1 in extra time for Man United. That'd be great. 3-1 to Man United. That's Emma. And finally, PJD 4.
Is somebody tell me? I know my memory's a bit, a bit old. PJD 4875 newbie. Have we seen him before? Seen him or her before?
Andy earlier. He gave a big shout out to Andy.
Welcome to the madness. Anyway, I do hope you've hit that subscribe button. To be fair,
and also big up to Barry Murphy as well. Welcome to Man United Agenda. He's saying same front four that finished the Barca game, which was
not Vcourse, Rashford.
Rashford didn't finish the Barca game.
Didn't he? Finished. Oh well, no. Listen, he's talking. I'm gonna think he means playing Rashford, Anthony Wright, Sancho,
Bruno, and McTominay.
Garnacho left.
Bruno, McTominay.
Oh yeah, McTominay played up front, didn't it? Oh,
no, guys, we don't want that. Here we go. PJD 4875 is saying big up Andy. He's got a goat there, which means the greatest of all times, no doubt. And he's on our show. And final, Cement is here. Twitch Cement, big up one of my friends from Twitter, saying blessing to everyone inside. Feel like it will be something either a tight 2-0 or 1-2-1. Even though Newcastle have dropped in form slightly, a cup final is enough to reinvigorate mentally and physically. I finally got there.
Guys, let's get yours. Look, panel, I'm asking everybody their score predictions. Guys, what are your score predictions, guys? Come on, talk to me.
I'm going for
go ahead.
2-0 or 3-1.
I'm going to go
with no extra time. 3-1,
no.
Okay.
No.
Brush.
Let's run it back to 99. When we played them in the FA Cup, it was 2-0. I'm going 2-0 again this time round in the League Cup.
OMONDI.
I'm going, look, Newcastle's best defence in the league. They'll really be up for it. I think they've dropped off form, like most FA Cup teams do when they go to the cup final. They drop off a few weeks before. If you're a betting man, don't bet on a team getting to the final because they drop off. They're not ready for that. They're playing for this. This is massive for Newcastle. It means more to them than us because they haven't won a trophy in however long. They will be defensively sound. I think it's going to go 0-0, go to extra time, and they're going to look for penalties or something like that.
What do you think about the goalkeeping situation, though, Omondi?
Yeah, I think it's the defence in front of them. They'll be okay. They'll be okay. They'll be trying
we have to test him. If we have to play on that weakness. If that is a weakness, I'm not saying it is. We have to play to that weakness, and we have to utilize it.
So you mean shots on goal, shoot on sight?
Yeah. Shoot from all angles.
I mean shoot from the halfway line as soon as the kick off. Rattle them.
Guaranteed Bruno tries it.
What do you feel, guys? Questions like Caritas or whatever his name, Carius. He had a nightmare on the biggest stage all around the world. His reputation.
Unfortunately, Omondi, that's going to be his legacy in the game, isn't it?
Yeah,
that's what everyone remembers.
Back, the first time we see him again is another massive game.
Beautiful.
Can he handle the pressure?
It's beautiful. No, we can't.
What was the nightmare game? What was it?
I don't remember.
Oh, yeah, let's see now.
You've just said he had a nightmare game. What was it this season? What game was it?
Come on, Monday. Come on, Monday. What game was it, Monday? Come on.
Was it last year?
Was it the year before? Was it year before that? Come on, Monday. When did he have his nightmare game? Oh, he's gone.
Where's he gone?
Oh, he's gone to get something to eat.
You're after upsetting him.
Yes, K Slater. We are hoping. He is in goal. And look, they've agreed with you as well, Brush. They're gonna go 2-0. Here we go. Look, we got this from Rush Mano. That's a weakness, being a shit goalkeeper, and that's carriers. Guys.
The one thing I will say though, goalkeepers do have a weird habit of turning into prime Buffon whenever we come to town. We've seen it in the past. I mean, we ended up signing some of them. Lee Grant, the best game I remember him having was against us when he was at Stoke. Tom Heaton as well at Burnley, put on a clinic against us. I just hope it's not one of those.
I hear you, Brush. I hear you. Even round off all these goalkeepers who are just having worldies against us every time. But these were back in the darker days when we couldn't put the ball in the back of the net.
That is very true, my friend.
Yeah, like, and it was draws galore for the whole season. You know?
Yeah. I'll tell you what. I think that's what's the greatest thing about this season. I just feel confident going into everything. And even when we don't get the results we want, I'm not too downbeat because I see the projects. I see what's being built.
We're all seeing a project. We heard that
there's definitely something in the air, and you don't want to think too much far ahead, but you wonder the next, like you say, if we do it Sunday, then you got another 7 days. Then you're like, what waits for us for the next week when we've got West Ham and Liverpool on the horizon? So
Liverpool.
Yeah, do you know?
We ain't even going to have time. They're not even going to have time to celebrate.
Listen, we're not even going to have a midweek break. We've got the FA Cup.
If Arsenal balls it up between now and next week, then you got to like, Jesus Christ, you know what I mean? We've got games in hand as well. So say they only takes one win out the next three, and you're like, okay, you have to, we say, reassess next week, but you can't think that far ahead, gents. You got to say it's a game at a time. It's a marathon, not a sprint, as my dad says.
It's true. It's true.
You know, Andy, you've been talking a lot about the title. I've been following you and seeing, are we all on the same page here? Because I'm with you on this one. I think there's so much pressure now, and pressure is not a factor that you look at when you're flying high in November, December. Arsenal are under pressure, no doubt about it. And they put Brentford, Everton, Man City, 3 games where they did pick up 1 point. I think we're in it. There's not a team out there, I don't think, right now, including Newcastle on the Wembley.
The thing is, they're like us. They've not been in this position before, and City have. So it's either going to play into City's hands or play into our hands. Arsenal could implode. Arsenal could go on. We could implode. We could go on. So it's League Cup. Liverpool last season, City previous seasons. You win the League Cup, fucking hell, we're on a roll, lad. Let's go for it. Yeah. And I tell you what, it could galvanise our league form. It could really galvanise it. Really.
That's my point. Because if we win this League Cup, momentum gets up. We feel unstoppable. Our armour gets hardened. We're battle hardened. We've just gone through Barcelona. People say, "Oh, you're going to be worn out by that." No, I think you get more confidence from that. Look at Anthony. Look at all these guys who make themselves heroes from the night. I think forget fatigue and all that kind of thing. Let's play week in, week out, 2 games a week. I don't mind. It will make us hardened and ready to go and take on anybody. And we'll be in tip-top condition going in, ready. And what it is, without the training of 6 months training or the summer training with Ten Hag, we're learning game by game. We get improving game by game. Clearly, that was evidenced by the 2 games against Barcelona. We've improved.
Yeah, and I do think if we draw Arsenal in Europa League, tell you what, it could. You got to play your full strength. You could use that as mind games for the league as well. It's possibility. That's if you get them anyway. and City, they've got a big Champions League match next week, FA Cup as well next week as well. So everybody, you got all your fingers in the pies, haven't you? And you're like, wow, what's too hot? I can't touch it. What's too hot? I can't hold all this. But Ten Hag is spinning the plates. He's like a magician. Spin. It's still fucking spinning. Fucking DJ on a Friday night like that. Fucking spin that. Spin. Oh, yeah. You know, mix master D Ten Hag. Oh, yeah, definitely. But, yeah, you don't know what's going to happen with Sunday. It could... You could say the same for Newcastle, with the greatest of respect. This could change their season as well. If they win it, Jesus Christ, they go on the top 4. You know what I mean? The momentum. So Sunday is a game changer for both clubs and both managers. But hopefully it's going to be us.
I noticed. I don't know if you brush and pat are on mute.
No.
I brush and pat on mute because when I mentioned title and Mr. B, they didn't say a word.
Yo, listen, we had this shushy conversation a good little while ago. So you can't say it's me what I'm doing right now. I'm thinking about the next game. Because if I think too far ahead, look, I'm doing it again. Look, I get goose pimples. Look, I'm serious. I don't know. You laugh. Look. I get goose pimples. I can't. No, I'll have to. I'm saying, look, I'm looking at my hand. You can look at my hand. I'm not doing the Vogue. I'm not doing the Vogue again, like somebody said I was doing on bloody Thursday on yesterday's show. But yeah, on Monday I can feel it, man. There's something in the air. But I say, if that by somehow happens, I'm going to be unbearable. I'm going to be knocking on every fucker's door, full kit, shin pads, football boots, everything.
Pat will get arrested in Ireland. The amount of shithousery Man United fans will cause on this planet. Kids' childhoods, adults will get flashbacks like Sanam. If we did it, it'll be a flashback to painful childhoods as kids. I can't say this again. But, just hold that thought. That's all I can say on that.
Can I just jump in? Sorry.
Listen, Mondi. Sorry, just to give my opinion on it. Whilst it remains mathematically possible, I'm not going to rule anything out. Like, obviously, we're there, but I wouldn't say this was my goal for this season. Based on my expectations, Erik ten Hag's already surpassed it for his first season in charge. So anything that's coming now is a bonus, really. If
somebody offers you this special and it's there, ready to eat, you're going to take it, aren't you?
Yeah,
absolutely. And then, like you said as well, there's such fine margins at the moment.
Of course, you're going to scoff it up.
Such fine margins, Jesus. So we just got to take it a week at a time, like Mr. B said.
Yeah, of course you have. But if somebody offers you the keys to the gate and the bank to do a bank job of that proportion, Jesus, you're going to do it. And you don't need 3 little minis in a traffic jam. I'm telling you.
I want to big up Dennis Stark. He's a Geordie fan for sure. He said, up the Geordies, we have nothing to lose. Next season is what I'm looking forward to. This is just a bonus. So not too much confidence there from the Geordie fan. Channel, by the way.
While you're on there, Kenneth, if you are still there, what was your prediction before the season? Have you passed your prediction? And do you think that you're going to qualify top 4? I know that's a lot. And, if you do manage to hear it and the show's finished, just drop it in the comments, just out of curiosity. Sorry to cut you guys off.
I'd imagine Kenneth would have been the same as ourselves, because I started the season saying I was happy with the new manager finishing probably 6th or 7th or 8th.
Yeah, just getting any form of European football, wasn't it?
Yeah. I was just like, 6th, 7th, or 8th.
If you remember, lads, it wasn't even due to us that we qualified for this year's Europa. We had to rely on Brighton to do West Ham.
Yeah, that was it.
So in the summer when we were talking about expectations, I was like, you know what? I don't even care about a league position as such. All I'm trying to see is the manager to just bring in some fresh faces and, establish a style and system. Just give us a bit of direction. And, he's done leaps and bounds beyond that.
The inclusion of Casemiro, the form of Marcus Rashford and Rafael Varane staying fit is the difference of Manchester United's form with the big cocktail of Erik ten Hag and everybody else in the team at the moment.
Not just that as well, Pat, but we have to give credit also to the attitudes as well. Even the lads that have come in, their attitudes have been A1. Even the likes of Casemiro, right? I was definitely one of the ones to question certain things when he's coming in. 30 years old, done everything in the game on 300 grand a week. What are your intentions? And I'll tell you what, it was his reaction after scoring at Chelsea, where I was like, yeah, he's one of us, this lad.
Yeah, of course.
Kenneth saying here, he would have been, this is a Newcastle fan, Kenneth Stark is saying, I would have been happy with 7th, and he's serious about that, and he gives us a thumbs up. Just going to Casemiro, my point on him, yesterday sealed it for me. 2 things. There's a Bruno kicked off when Bruno kicked Frankie de Jong.
The way he walked off from the knee. That made me laugh. That made me laugh.
And the second thing he did was shithousery. Took down the guy at the halfway line to stop them breaking. And I thought, you're the man. Take a yellow for that. That's what we need. A beast in there. Mentals as well. Knowing in-game management. Knowing when to take a yellow card for the team. What a great player. What a great player. It's not just about the technique. This is what I'm saying. A lot of people these days, they look at players and say, oh, can he take the ball in a half turn? Can he spin? Can he do
the highlight for me on Monday, it was the butcher at the back. In the first half, there was a one-on-one with Frank Kessie where he was ruled offside.
Oh, God,
but that didn't stop him from getting stuck, and he's like, nah, Frank, you're not getting this ball.
Kessie is strong like ox.
Yeah, and he pushed him off the ball, bro.
Yeah. Okay, guys, look, we got a couple more before we go. Mason 402. I know you're a wind up. You joined from Twitch, which means that we are getting out there. I think the Glazers have done a fantastic job. They've always allowed the managers to bring in the players they want. It's clear that fans want change, and it seems the Glazers are open to that. I actually think you're on a wind up, but it's Friday night.
Fantastic job. What?
Yeah.
That's what he's saying. That's a quote from Rooney. But clearly not.
Oh, sorry. That is a quote. Okay, Mason. It's Friday night. My brain is so slow. I really, really got the whole gist of that wrong. Rooney at the moment must be on the gin inside that little Lucozade bottle that he's been drinking. Guys, DDN vlogs.
I'd say there's a new movie out called A Bear on Cocaine or something like that.
Cocaine Bear. Saw the advertisement for that.
Guys, Dion Vlogs is saying if we win, the fish and chips are on me now. I know it's Friday, so we've gone past the watershed. DN Vlogs, is that a kinky thing where you're going to show a picture of yourself on Instagram covered in fish and chips? Or
if that's the case, make sure you DM it directly to Mr. B.
Or are you offering to buy the whole of
one of his French ladies?
Pat, you can tell your age. Pat, you can tell your age, bro. I tell you. They wouldn't know. The younger generation wouldn't have a clue what the hell we're pages for porn. No, we get it on our phone. Look, guys, look, it's Friday. It's the there we go. Look, as I said, Mason 402. I got it completely wrong. I thought you were having a dig. I thought you were taking a piss out of us, but as I said, you put in the rude and look, you've actually corrected yourself. Guys, it's time. We will be back. You know when we'll be back. On Monday, are you doing a watch along on Sunday for the final, aren't you?
Yeah, we got an easy game for our Sunday league. I'll be finished by 1 o'clock, getting home, getting everything set up. I'm only like 10, 15 minutes away from Wembley. So anyone's in town, you're always welcome to come visit me. There's a piece of chicken on my table. That's my I will share my chicken with you, as Pat knows. Pat's been over.
There's a Sunday roast going before the game. I'll be there. Fucking dead, man. There's a Sunday roast before the game. Fucking yeah.
The order's in now. You're all welcome, guys.
I'll bring the broccoli.
Bring it on. Yeah, bring it on.
Away by free for Wembley. Fucking yeah.
It's not the Toby Carberry, it's the OMONDI Carberry.
See, look, DM Vlogs. Jesus Christ, look. That's gonna have to be a DM then, but it's all right. I can spread the love. I will share the shit out of that. Don't you worry, DM bro. Guys, as always, look, man, you know what it's like on the takeaway, man. I've enjoyed tonight. Look, guys in the chat, if you are still here, please hit that like, hit that subscribe button, and look, come back again next week. Obviously, it won't be Newcastle. We'll be talking about a Mighty Blues. No point in talking to you at the moment, but look, it's life.
Wait, before you sign out, I know we're having fun here today, but I just got a couple of messages to put out there. We're a footballing community. We meet so many wonderful people on this footballing journey we're doing with the podcast and all that kind of thing. And it's like, look at this room. It's full of happiness and good guys together. Let me just shout out Stephen Fleetley. Now, as you know, Stephen Fleetley he's got his own channel. He's raising awareness for liver disease. He's had issues since he was born. And unfortunately, he's gone into a coma and he's in afterlife care. And he's only 25 or 26 years old. Stephen, we're thinking about you, bro. Look, you go and check him out. Just go and support him and what you can on Twitter, Stephen Fleetley, or go and see his channels. Give as much support as you can. There's a big community and everyone's behind him right now. I might be even going up there on Monday to drive up to Ipswich to see him. Guys, give him his support. And also to Stuart Marshall, one of our very own here on the channel. He was at his father's funeral today. Hope it went well. From everyone in the Man United agenda, we appreciate you, Stuart, and you're a great man. And your father should be really proud for you to have you as well, and the 6 siblings that he's had, and the 10 grandchildren your father's had as well. So you live on for your children, and your dad was an honourable man and a Man United fan to boot. So big up to you guys.
And also a quick shout out as well to the late great John Watson.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, Motti.
He is the voice of football as far as I'm concerned, as I'm sure he is for you guys as well. I remember when I was a kid, I used to sit by the TV and pretend I was his number 2 and just commentate along with games. Him and his sheepskin coat will be sadly missed.
Expensive sheepskin coat. Guys, with that, look, we're on the limit. We're on the limit. I don't want solo. Guys, if you haven't hit the like button, please do that. I said, if you haven't hit the share button, please do that. Come back next week. Join, hit the notification bell so you can see us on Sunday. And glory, glory, Man United. We are the agenda and we are supposed to be out. If I can find the button to end it. Yeah, we are out. Guys, take it easy. Cheers.
Take care all.
Bye. Bye.